UK Games Expo is right around the corner and we're getting excited. So we're going to tell you about all our exciting things, all our research that we've done about big games that are coming this year. Now, this is being recorded a few weeks before the doors open. So we've got our Expo preview episode, which will be released the Friday before Expo, which will have an even more up-to-date list. But because there's so many games to talk about, Steve, should we just dive in?
Yes.
Talk about some of these big games. These aren't necessarily all heavy games, but these are big experiences.
Let's be fair, right?
Yeah.
This is the game me and you like to play, right?
Yeah.
2-player games, card games, they're just an hors d'oeuvre. This is the main event, right?
Yeah.
This is the main course.
Yeah.
Our favourite kind of game. So it takes an hour or two to play.
Minimum.
3 to 4 players.
Yeah.
Too meaty.
Yeah, that you're going to be thinking about on the drive home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the good explanation. That's our category anyway.
That's what we like.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to tell you about now.
Yeah.
And I think we should start with Miskatonic Tales Journeys to...
Well, actually, let's just lean that way a smidge. Now, this is out just before Expo. It's on general release 20th of May, which means it's going to be, I understand it's going to be at the Chaos from Standard by.
Yes.
Rory and I have played the first 2 scenarios.
2 of 3 scenarios.
2 of 3 scenarios. We played 2/3 of the game. Well, I say we played 2/3 of the game because the first scenario we only scored 45%. So we've only seen half of the first scenario.
True.
When we got 80% on the second one, so we've seen most of that one.
Much better.
So this is a adventure, choose your own adventure style game. It's a narrative gameplay, cooperative. You're going to be working together to solve some form of Cthulhu-based mystery in the 1920s. Parallels, of course, to things like Mansions of Madness.
Yep.
I would say based on the tile-laying, Tainted Grail-ish mixed with Mansions of Madness. So you have cards that have locations you put out and you'll explore. There is a book with lots of text in it, describes what's happening and lots of options. Really cool resolution mechanic. If you want to know more, actually listen to our wash-up from last year's Expo podcast episode, because we played it then and we talked about it a lot, but it's got a really cool cooperative system whereby you're rolling dice and everyone's checking in cards.
Yeah.
But your cards are your kind of energy and therefore your turnover. So when you run out of cards, it's turnover, at which point generally shit happens.
Bad things happen, don't they? Yeah.
And the clock keeps ticking and the baddies are rising.
Really enjoyed this game. It's really deeply investigative. I actually felt like I was really trying to solve a mystery, doing like proper detective work. When we were discussing what are we going to do, we were making kind of really role-based decisions.
While at the same time, there was this threat in the background, which means we knew we couldn't dawdle, so we had to make decisions quickly, as in efficient decisions. Obviously, with a score of 45%, we were not efficient.
Which also means that when we play this again next year, so, wait a little while till we've forgotten some of the key beats, we can go back and replay it and re-explore chapter 1, even chapter 2, even though we scored quite well in chapter 2, we can go and have a completely different experience of that, especially if we take different characters.
Yes, so about 8 characters, so that mixes it up. And what was interesting, some of those characters had keywords in them, so therefore that character would be able to do something when the text would say, do you have the keyword occult, which only one character's got that. So if you've got that character, you're going to get a bit of the story you didn't get before.
Yeah.
But we should move on before this just turns into a review of Miskatonic Tales.
It's a brilliant game, so check that one out, definitely. Next, we talk about another game that we've played as well. Let's talk about Old King's Crown.
Oh, wow. We played that a while ago, didn't we?
It was, yeah.
So we had a pre-Kickstarter prototype of that game.
We did.
We played it quite a lot.
We did, because it was really good.
Yeah. Great with 3 to 4 players.
Yep.
Not area control. Like a kind of a, not to and fro, like a city, like a tug of war across multiple players where you're trying to like power score certain locations, but you've got loads of different abilities to do things. Beautiful artwork throughout.
Wonderful artwork, absolutely amazing artwork.
I mean, they've been a staple at Expo for several years now.
Yeah. I
mean, it's always worth going and checking them out because it is a really interesting game.
Yeah, we love that. It was almost like a bluffing aspect to that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I really anticipate what your the other players around the table are trying.
Yeah, there's a name for it. There's a name for it, like a base builder, not a base builder, like a base
buster, base
breaker.
Okay,
it's like a base breaker game where you have a location and whoever has the most points in that location will score some extra points and get the thing. Yeah, so like area control, but really quite clever game.
Really was. Really enjoyed that. Next one, Steve. What are we talking about next?
Well, I mean, you know more about these, but I'm going to talk about one game I do know. Well, no, I actually no, I don't know about, because I'm one of the few people that played and who didn't play the demo of this, which is World Order.
I didn't play it either.
All right, then. So we just go on to the next game.
No, let's talk about World. Why we're excited to play World Order, because we loved Hegemony.
Yes.
And this is the second game in that series.
Yeah. So World Order is a multiplayer game in which it's. Oh, no, I can't really talk about World Order because I've not played it.
So it's an asynchronous?
No,
asymmetric. It's an asymmetric game. So where Hegemony was about local governments, this comes out a little bit more. It's a bit more macro.
Yeah.
So you're different countries. You're Russia, China, America, and Europe, I believe.
Okay.
And you've all got different powers and strengths and whatnot. And rather than have that kind of synchronicity that Hegemony had, you've got more of that abrasive rubbing against each other.
Yes.
Aspect. Andy played this, really enjoyed it, backed it, went balls deep on it to Papa Lewis.
Yeah.
And it's just, we really like Hegemony was so brilliant, so interesting, so clever. Anything that they put out in that similar ilk, it's going to be dangerously educational.
Yes, I like that. Now, one game I'm really intrigued to play. Now, I missed the Kickstarter for this, and I believe the Kickstarter back the late pages have closed. But Mighty Boards will have For the Gods the demo. Right?
So annoyed I missed this.
Well, yeah, and I'm just going to say Trevor Benjamin.
Yeah.
Brett Gilbert.
Yeah.
David Thompson.
Yeah.
Area control game.
It's going to be awesome. And
Greek Gods. Area control with vertical control, did you say?
Yeah, vertical control. So you're building towers up. So as gods, you're moving around the archipelago. It is an archipelago, isn't it? Yeah. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. And you have to, your area control, you're building up these towers. And once you get to a certain height, you're going to cap it. Depending which god you are capping it to, will add a certain power and will change the effect of that island. As I understand it. But that design team are brilliant. They do some really, really interesting games. And Mighty Boards do some fantastic production. Yeah. This is all going to be Rewood as well.
Oh, is it?
I bet you it is. I don't know that, but I bet it is.
You it is. Oh.
Bet you it is. Bet you it is. All right.
Well, I mean, I've seen the images. It's very abstract, simple style, but it looks quite striking.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So, shall I tell you about Ringyō?
What, the app for parking your car? Is this really a game about trying to park your car when there's no phone signal?
No. This is Ringyō.
Ringyō. Not Ringo.
So this is Pavison Games, who bought us Luthier and Distilled was the other one.
Yes.
All really deeply thematic, brilliantly produced Euro games. This one is feudal Japan.
Yeah.
And you are harvesting wood from the forest. And the really interesting thing that you've got to balance with this game is as you're chopping trees down for those resources, you're increasing the likelihood of your village being flooded because those trees perform a natural barrier.
Yeah.
So it's that balancing that risk and reward. How much do you take without replanting to potentially risk your village being destroyed and then setting you back? Pavison just do some great games.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed it.
I'm assuming this is demo only.
This is demo only.
Right, okay. Because they're very much a Kickstarter-based company. So I'm assuming Kickstarter soon?
I'd assume so.
Yeah.
I'd also, it'd be safe to assume that they'll have limited demo availability for this. They might only have 1 or 2 prototypes of this at Expo. So if you do like the sound of this, get in early.
Right, last of all then, or have we got some more? But I'm going to say last of all.
Yeah.
It's Drillers from CGE, which I don't really know much about, but it's a CGE game.
And they've got a great track record.
Yeah, they have actually,
Right, that was it last year. Last year they didn't have any major releases. Year before that was SETI.
Yeah.
Year before that was Cut and Horror.
Yeah.
Games that we love.
Before that was Lottery and Divana. They don't do a lot of games, CGE, so when they do, you can't stand up and pay attention.
You do. And they've always got a great price point as well. They're always really reasonably priced as well. Now, Drillers, to me, reminds me a little bit of Endeavour Deep Sea.
Oh, really? Okay.
In this, it's because you're drilling down through this cave to try and get raw material gems.
Right.
But you've got a mech, so you've got cards that you're using to upgrade your mech to make your mech more efficient.
Yeah.
But the same cards are your fuel or your petrol. So the idea is, again, another risk-reward game. You've got to yo-yo down the mine shaft, get as many minerals, but you've got to make sure you've got enough power to get back out.
Right.
And it's really interesting. One of the interesting things about this is a deck builder aspect is you can see the next card you're going to always draw into your hand.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so you'll have your hand, and you know what the next one's going to be. So you know what that push your luck element. You know what your next one, but you don't know after that. So,
Right.
CG always do really interesting games. So
They
definitely.
do. I mean, they've been touting this for a little while. I can't wait to see this in person and see how it plays.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be fair, it's a CG game. I'm probably going to buy it anyway.
One of the mechs is a little Volkswagen. Was it a little the Volkswagen Beetle? Not the Beetle, was it the minivans?
Yeah, camper van.
Camper van, but with like mech legs underneath it. They look quite cool.
Cool. Well, was that 5 games?
That was.
Hang on, check your notes.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think that was 6.
It was 6 games.
6 games.
Oh, yeah. 6 games.
I wasn't expecting that. Squeeze an extra one in there.
Yeah. That was 6 games for UK Games Expo.
Mm.
As I said, podcast will be going that Friday before Expo, where we will expand upon this list and have 2 other people adding some more games that we probably didn't realize about. I've just realised that I've not mentioned my sneaky game that you don't know about.
What's your sneaky game?
My sneaky game now.
7 games now.
Yeah, it's 7 games now. Sorry, I'm going to add this one at the end. This is a proper indie game, this.
Right.
Okay. So this is, and I'm sorry, I do apologise, viewers, for reading off my iPad as we're doing this. All's Well That Ends Well.
Okay.
A cooperative, I mean, it's in the same kind of vein as Miskatonic Tales over here.
Right.
Cooperative story type game.
Right.
It's going to be for demo, going to Kickstarter later in the year at some point. So this is my hot tip, because this looks really interesting. Proper indie designer, British UK designer.
Okay.
Really new, not much going out there. 60 to 20 minutes per game. I'm waiting for some more details, but keep an eye out.
See, I was looking at your screen. All I could say was like, use cookies. I'm like, this game is All's Well That Ends Well, and it's about cookies. But it's not. That's just allowing cookies.
Yes.
Right.
So, as we said, podcast will be released on the Friday before Expo, 1 week before.
Mm-hmm.
We will also be doing a live show on the Friday morning.
We will.
Where we will be talking about all the games we saw at the press preview. Yes. Now, the plan is to get that out on Friday night, so the friend of the first day of Expo. So if you're travelling to Expo for the first day on the Saturday, perfect for your drive in, because it should be about 55 minutes long tops.
Yeah.
And
also suitable if you're in the shower, because you're staying at the NEC on Saturday morning.
Shower, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but you don't have to stay.
I mean, you've got to get the gamer stink off. You've
got to get the gamer stink off.
Yeah, and that smell that comes from the hand dryers and the AC. Yeah, I mean, that's
perfectly suitable then. Yeah, 50-minute podcast to listen to when you're in the shower Saturday morning.
And of course, post-Expo wash-up will be the week after. So we hope to see you at Expo. If not, happy gaming.
Bye-bye.